Hey y'all, so let's talk about separation work. We have talked about bringing somebody back to us, but what if we wanted to separate two people for whatever the reason might be? Okay, you would be surprised at how many people go to workers to have this type of work done. And most workers, if they are good about their business, they know how to keep secrets. They don't talk about the work they do for others. So people never know how many of this type of job a worker might do. And not every worker would do this type of work either. It is really how they feel about doing particular works. That's all. Some workers don't do separation work, okay? And it is what it is. There are times when separation work is needed, though. If you don't feel right doing this type of work and it is not for you, then it's simple. Don't do it. Don't do it. There are so many ways to do this type of work. Okay? I'm going to give you two examples of how I do this type of work, because I can only speak for Lady V. As always, do what feels right for you. Okay? First and foremost, if you are going to separate two people, then you would need to sour their relationship. Then the one that you want to leave, possibly you can have or put some hot footwork done on them, foot track magic done on them, that type of thing. This type of job takes work, though. Okay? It takes work. You can't just light a few candles and expect the job to be done. It is not that simple. I was taught that you need to do more than one work when you do a job, especially that type of extensive job. Sometimes you have to do more than one work. Just doing one thing is not enough either to get that type of job done. Everyone works different. And I'm not saying that this is the right way. I'm not saying that this is the only way. I am simply saying this is the way that I was taught to work. Okay, Lady V. And sometimes this type of work is also difficult to do. Let's talk about it, because some people don't talk about it. There are many factors to why this type of work fails. Okay. And I have found that the spirit of the person being worked on has a lot to do with it. Take, for example, if the person's spirit fights the work, then you're going to have to work harder. You got to understand that. Some folks just don't want to let go no matter what. So you're trying to separate them and this bitch won't let go. Sometimes that happens. I'm not saying you can't get the job done, by no means. I'm never saying that. I'm saying that you will just have to work harder to achieve your goal. You have to match up with your spiritual worker. You have to do the things that she tells you to do. You have to stay on top of your energy, but you to achieve the goals, okay? You just have to work a little bit harder. I have also found when doing this type of work that it is best to feel, if you're doing a doll, using black mustard seeds. Black mustard seed is one of the main ingredients in confusion oil. I could go a little bit more into it, but I'm not going to give that much conjure on this open platform. You would have to join my Patreon. But I'm just talking a little bit about separation work. Y'all better know, if the mind is confused, then the spirit of the person will be too. Confusion oil, sold in my shop. I make it. This will help make your work a success. I personally like doing jars in my work, and I love candle work. For one reason, jars hold their power. You build on them. Okay? They are also easy to work. You don't have to worry too much about flame. And, when I say work the jar, I mean to shake the jar. Add your energy into the jar. Work the jar. Make love to the jar, bitch, at times, while stating your petition. Okay? So separation work is a lot of avenues. It could be a lot of hard work. That's why it's so pricey. That's why. And also why when I do separation work, especially if it's client works, I'm not talking about burning a separation candle. I'm talking about client work. My clients have work to do too. My clients know that what they need to do and they sign. Any type of work I do though, but especially these types of works, because this is a hard work to do. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of focus. It takes a lot of everything. Everything is harder with these types of works. As well as when we do separation work too, if I tell you not to communicate, not to see this person, depending on the situation or the intention, I meant that. And when I say not to, I mean not being on their social media, not checking their white vanning, not going into their personal zone when I say what I say. Vinegar jars are great for separation work. Souring a situation. Okay? These just little tidbits. People think that any type of work is just burning a candle and saying a prayer. No, ma'am. It's way more to it than that. Way more energy. So y'all do with this information as you will. If it resonates with you, eat from the plate. If it does not, leave it for someone else. Don't take nobody else's vittles, okay? Remember to always work your jar for at least 7 days. Any jar, if you do jar work, work your jar consistently and consecutively for at least 7 days. And then I burn a tea light candle on top of the jar. All right? All the extra stuff that I give, please join my Patreon for more insight with Lady V. And that's it. That's all. Y'all know about separation work. It's not as easy as y'all think. Bye.